What's up, guys? White Horse here. I'm going to be giving you guys another deck profile today. So for today's video, this is going to be a deck of my Brave Virtual World deck list. I also played a match with this deck in Friday Night Locals last weekend, and I'm going to be posting this video up alongside with that video up today for you guys. Wanted to give you guys a deck profile though, that way you guys could kind of have some insight on what I played for that. So before we get into the video, a few shout outs. Shout outs to Weevil Cards and Collectibles, our local game store in Enterprise, Alabama. Also shout outs to the Hobby Hub here in Dothan, Alabama. They always host great events, and yeah, I look forward every week to going there and playing and just having a great time with the boys. So anyways, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into the deck. So for the monster lineup for the Virtual Worlds, we have 3 GG, 3 Lily, 3 Lao, this card's insane, 3 Lulu, this card's also insane, and 2 Nan Nan. So for all the Virtual World cards, all of these are pretty self-explanatory. Like, you want to have all these. You don't want to see this in your hand, but if you do, it's okay because you can discard it and have it set up to come back. All these cards are great. Honestly, I didn't want to have to make any adjustments. Also, too, I guess I should go ahead and point out, I didn't really break that much at all with this deck. There were cards that I drew in my hand that weren't good. I drew this and this, Zonwu, to have awkward cards in hand, but it's okay because you have ways to discard cards from your hand, so you can have them set up. So, but that was the Virtual World cards. All these were great. Yeah, didn't want them at anything else than what they are now. So 3 Water Enchantress. For the Brave engine, we got these. The card that says No to Nibiru, Griffin, and then we also have a Legal Knight. So I tested this out. I played it. It was cool. It came up a couple times. There was a play where I bounced 2 of my opponent's fusion monsters, and then you just actually just use Draco back to bounce this back to hand, and then discarded it off of a Virtual World card. So it was really sweet. It was a really cool play, and almost had to have no commitment whatsoever really to commit that play. So, or didn't have to commit too much, I guess I should say. So yeah, it was pretty neat little play. This deck has a bunch of neat little plays. So for the spell lineup, we have 3 Emergency Teleport. Normally I'm always summoning Lulu or Nan Nan with this card, basically just to get the engine going. So, and then for the Virtual World spells, we have 3 Kowloon and 3 Kinglong. These cards are awesome, honestly. If your opponent doesn't ash this, dude, you're off to the races. You're going full ham with this deck because, I mean, this card gets you the Chuchi, and Chuchi becomes a problem later. So, and that's just more problems for the opponent to worry with. And this card's sweet. I mean, it opens up the deck. You know, you search, you discard, get your engine going. It's really sweet. It's a good card. I've never really ever used it face up on the field, so, but I guess it can come up. So for the Brave cards, 3 Rite of Aramasir. I feel like as long as these cards are unlimited and at 3, you just have to play them at 3, because I mean, always seeing this is really good, you know. So we got Fateful Venture and Draco back, and last one of Call by the Grave. Sorry guys, these are the one ofs. Basically always drew this at least once out of all my matches, which was really crazy. And having these are awesome because these just set up an easy Baron or Chinging to go for game. Yeah, I just play them at 1. I know when I lose them, but it's fine. This is Virtual World. This deck can grind for days, so not too worried about that. That's the spell lineup. And then for the traps, we have Triple Imperm. I like this card because 1, it plays around talents, and 2, it's in here specifically for a card that's in my extra deck, and you'll see why here soon. Yeah, but Imperm's still really good. And then 2 Chuchi and Zonwu. These are the last 3 traps of the deck. Virtual World cards, you know, you got to play them. Drawing this can be unfortunate, but you can, as long as you can get out of your hand and you can combo later with it, it's super good. So, but yeah, that's the main deck. It's 40. For the extra deck, we got some tokens. We got Gossip Shadow, Beatrice, Fan, Ptolemy M7, and Utopia Beyond. All of these were great. Honestly, I don't think I'd make any cuts to any of these. All of these played phenomenal. There was a game where I made this, and I did swing with it on my next turn. And I wish I did like play Zeus at that time, but it's okay. Because like this just gets me a spell, and I like use it to go off of virtual world stuff. So I mean, it's okay. But yeah, all these cards are great, honestly. I love making this with Sigma because it's like just easy OTK. So it's really sweet. Let's see. Now for these synchros, we play for the 6s, Charge Warrior, Coral Dragon, and Jiju. So these are so good, honestly. Like, I don't think I need to explain. I will say, though, there was one game where I did make this. Banish 2 of the same type and attribute with different names, and then use Chuchi to shuffle them back to pop a card. So this is like a sweep +2 like on board presence. So it was like, or on like game state, like for the board, on board. And then like you can just use like a level 3 tuner and synchro and make Shin like after using that effect. So it's pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Charge Warrior is probably like one of the best ones. It really gets the engine going. And then I play the Imperm mainly for this to go Zulkin and Crystalline. These cards, like, they're fine, honestly. You're always going to have a synchro on board, so like this card's like never really going to get killed. But if it does, like, it doesn't really matter. It's okay. This card is insane, though. Crystal Wing is crazy good. If you can make it, like, early on, your chances of winning are, like, really high. So, then we have Shin and Vermilion. These cards are awesome. I don't think I ever summoned this at all last weekend. So, yeah. But, I mean, it's a good card. You know, it does come up. Shin is so good. When the opponent sees this, they immediately think they have to banish it to get rid of it. Otherwise, it just keeps coming back. So, and then we have for the 10s, Baron and Qingying. And I guess I'll just go ahead and throw Sigma in here. Sigma is the 12. This card is absolutely nuts. If they can't get over this, and like most decks, like really, like there's actually a lot of decks that can't get over this. Like Trap Tricks, they have a hard time out in this card. If you make this against certain matchups, you're pretty much going to win. Qingying's really good in this deck because you banish a lot of cards, and it triggers its non-target banish effect. Obviously, Baron, I don't think there's any explanation for that. That card's just broken. All right, and then that's it for the extra deck. And then for the side, we play Triple Nibiru. Everybody plays like combo decks at my locals. So, like, there was no way I was going to go into locals not playing this card, at least siding it for sure. I don't main it. I don't think this card has a place in the main deck this format. I think it's probably a side card. This card's kind of up in the air this format, though, so I don't really know, like, how everybody feels on it. You know, there's people making a Rise Heart pass. So, then we got Triple Ash. I felt like with how many branded that is at my locals, I have to just, like, have this card. It sucks because, like, I don't like having to play this card because it's less cards from Engine that I play with in my deck. But, I mean, if you have the Ash for the Brand Fusion, it's really good. So, but, yeah. So, Triple Ash. Triple Contact C. This is the one that I would probably opt to take out. I would take these out for Double Twin Twister and a Harpy's Feather Duster. Reason being is because this didn't really do anything against a live twin match that I played against. And also, too, like, having Twin Twister, you can discard, like, your Virtual World cards, and, like, even Water Enchantress to pop back row. And, I mean, Harpies is a Saki one of, so, like, if you draw it, like, you're winning anyway. But, yeah, I'd probably cut these 3 for that. And then I don't have any spells, straight to the traps. Triple Evenly. This card is just crazy, this format. I love this card, and I feel like if you're not playing this in the side deck, like, you should probably maybe look into it. This card does a lot on its own. So, definitely going to be playing this. Triple Evenly. And then for the last, we got Triple D-Barrier. This card is so good, honestly. Like, you can make either or with this deck. You can make Synchro or XYZs. Like, a lot of people are going to side this against this deck, but honestly, like, it doesn't matter. You know, you have other stuff you can end on instead of making, like, the God board, which, I mean, you know, if you watch the video, maybe you'll see it. But, yeah, this card's good, this format. So, but anyways. All right, guys, that's the deck profile. That's going to wrap it up. Stay tuned for the video that I'm going to be posting alongside this one with the match, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.